Oh, what is good? This is your boy Hit KLH, man. And I'm here brought to you to let you guys know that right now, week one has ended for the NFL. Week one has ended. As you can see on the screen here, we got one of my fantasy teams, one of four fantasy teams that I'm in. Leagues, I should say, that I'm in. Let's go through each one by one and kind of discuss the NFL and the games that happened. My Atlanta Falcons proved to still be very disappointing with what I think a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter with maybe about 4 minutes left in the game, or 6 minutes left, or 8 minutes left, whatever it was. We just pulled the old cat hold the lead trick. So as you can see in this one here, week one, we got the dub, winning 132.5 to 139.5. Let's go through this team. Let's go through my team. So here you see we got Kyler Murray, Derrick Henry, Hunt, Allen, Pittman, Ertz, Moore. And then as far as the defensive players, we have Hunter, Smith, Jackson, Abram, Colts defense, and Nick Folk. Nick Folk only had 1 point. You kind of don't want a kicker. You know, I don't know how that really went down. Kind of hope that they kind of move the ball a little bit better this year, but it doesn't seem like they were able to. And they played against Miami. It ain't like Miami was a juggernaut defensively or anything like that, but I mean, I kind of picked that kicker because I kind of figured that they'll be able to move the ball somewhat, and he'll be in field goal range from, 45, kick some 50-yarders or something like that all year. But this is week one, so I kind of don't really move no one until about a quarter of the season. So as far as my bench, we're not deep at all on the bench. I mean, honestly, only bright spot that I really see on my bench, I know it's week one, but it's Drake London and maybe Walker the third. But Rashad Penny looked really, really good against Denver. Everybody runs against Denver at the end of the day. So, I mean, you got to really, see. Hines also. So as far as London, Hines, and Walker, you could kind of just scrap this whole thing. So let's go to the matchups, see who we played against, and see what they had. We'll go through each matchup too while we're here. And we went against Joe Burrow. As you can see here, he had, Darnell Mooney, guy gave him a goose egg. Cam Akers gave him a goose egg. And then Joseph Day gave him a goose egg. So those three goose eggs kind of what lost him the game. Playing one of these other guys, I don't see him playing Everett over his tight end, Waller. So he loses this game, period. I don't see him playing Rex. I really don't see no one that he can actually go, oh, I should have played him, and maybe I would have won. So I don't see that at all. So to me, that's still an L. He loses. He can't complain about it because he really doesn't have a bench to go, oh, I should have played this person. Because, if you played Smith, Ayuk, he still loses. He's not playing Robert Woods. He's not playing Gaineswell for who? Over these guys? No. So he lost. Let's go to the next game here. 158, 132. Barkley looked really good. Minka with 26. My goodness. Miami defense with 24. Other than that, like, this guy would have lost this game. He had no consistency. I don't see the consistency in that first game. You know, Mika pulling off 26.5 and Miami defense 24. That's not going to happen that much. Let's see. Then we hear Mahomes threw a 55 burger up. And that's just Mahomes for you. I don't know, TSU Rock Boys. Whatever. He got the win, 147 to 120. Prescott, that hurts. Penny looked really, like, Penny only had 60 yards. I thought he had more than 60 yards, but he looked really good. Kurt Jefferson. But he don't got no running backs. Ew, these running backs are ugly. And then he started Mike Davis? Ravens? I'm not even taking that chance. How many carries? 2 carries? Oh my God. And the flex? That gotta hurt. See what he got on the bottom shelf. Nothing. Damn. Because he's not playing Stevens. He could have played more. Pierce is not. You can't really play Pierce. Damian Pierce, you can't really play him. I mean, you can, but I just don't see. This was a good test. Well, he played against the. Who did the Texans play against? I just seen it. The Colts. It's a good defense, but I mean, it'd have been more points than that anyway. These guys, ooh, looks like these are the high ones, 178 and 169. Yeah, Herbert, Cordell Patterson, Jamar Chase, Jerry Jeudy. Ooh, Jerry Jeudy. 4 for 102. Tom Brady only put up 16 points, but he ended up scoring 169 points. That's a lot with a 16 quarterback. Let me see. Swift, 28. A.J. Brown looked really good in that Eagle uniform. He looked it better in the Eagle uniform than he did in the Tennessee. I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. Dude was a problem. Swift looked like the Hard Knocks version of what I can't think of the running back coach name right now off the top of my head. But how he wanted him to run, Swift looked at every bit of that. Like, Swift looked really, really good. Swift looked really, really good. He looked explosive. He looked at shifty. And then he's tried to fight for the extra yardage. As far as on the bench, like a lot of these teams, including mine, not really good depth. Not really good depth. You know? I think this guy, East Coast, has some good depth if he has Waddle sitting on the bench. He started Juju over Waddle. I don't see why not, because you got a piece of that Patrick Mahomes offense. He has a piece of that Buffalo offense. He has a piece of that Bengals offense. And then he has Nick Chubb. And then he has a piece of the Chargers offense. So he has a really good team because he has a piece of each high-scoring offensive weapons. Probably not the Knox part, but Knox could, throw in some good games. DJ Chark. And then he has Landry on the back burner, DJ Chark on the back burner. It's a really good team. That's probably the deepest team so far that I've seen is that guy. Let me see. Aaron Rodgers. Eesh. That gotta hurt. 145, 157. Pretty much all these games were, generally good. Everyone broke 100. 120, that's really low. This is probably the worst team right here. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Especially with Dak getting hurt. Man. But he got Kirk Cousins, so Kirk Cousins keep playing the way he played. That's gonna help him a lot. I don't know why he didn't play Kirk and Jefferson. He should have did. I mean, you got Jefferson. You got to tag him with the quarterback. He might have won that game. Oh shit, he is winning that game. He lost by 27. Kirk gave him 28. Kirk wins that game for him. Damn, that's because I don't Dak Prescott with that offense. I'm not. I'm sorry. So that does that for that one. So then we get into week 2. I gotta see who we play week 2. Let me see if I can find it on here. League schedule. Here we go. So then now we got built for whatever. Let's go a preview here to see who we play next week. See who we're going up against. We got Hurts, Williams, Singletary, Kupp, Lamb, Henry, Etienne, Dylan, Davis, Olave, Winston. I don't know how I feel about this team. Monday night against Minnesota, that's going to be a real good test for Jalen Hurts. I mean, Derrick Henry might have a hard week going against Buffalo. I'm definitely going to move Keenan Allen. He's a Thursday night game, so he's really quick. So I don't know. Clean that up. It's a Thursday night game for Keenan Allen. And he's hamstring. I probably won't even go there. So that's week game. Let's move on to the other league that I'm in. We rose up because I am an Atlanta Falcon fan. 162 to 150. I won by 11.5 points in this one. Let's check this team out. That's Herbert, Harris, Edwards, Hill, Pittman again, Pitts, Kirk, Williams, Herbert, Wilson. Ward gave me 1.5. He should have had a lot of tackles in that game. It was a rain game. Thompson, Ravens defense, and then Elliott gave me 8. And then as you see on my bench, I got Cordell Patterson, A.J. Dillon, Hardman, Robinson on the back, Matt Ryan, and J.J. Watt. I don't even know how the hell is J.J. Watt hurt. Like, he's been hurt for like 2 years. And then Christian Watson. Is it Christian? Yeah, Christian Watson. This team, actually, my bench is a little bit more deeper on this one, but it's not extremely deep. But I do like A.J. Dillon because A.J. Dillon kind of is like a 1-2 punch. So he should get from 12 carries, and he got a lot of work in the passing game. Honestly, I'm really impressed by that. He got 4.5 yards a carry in the touchdown, so he will get goal line work. And he got 6 targets. Like, that's really good. And you don't really think A.J. Dillon, the guy that his size, could be catching the ball out of the backfield. But as you can see, we had Cordell Patterson on the bench. We still put up 162 points. So, next week, I don't think I will be shuffling anything around. Najee plays against New England. So, we have to see how healthy he is. But Clyde Edwards, I was really struggling to play Clyde Edwards over Cordell Patterson because I kind of figured like the Falcons, Cordell Patterson is a receiver out of the backfield and he can run. Cordell Patterson looked really, really good. Really, really good. And I don't know if because Damian Williams went down, it gave him extra, carries. But he looked really good. I don't think he got that many passing work out of the passing. So he had 22 carries, which is, man, I haven't seen that from a running back in Atlanta. So this is how I do the targets and everything. I don't care about how many receptions he has. Targets are opportunities, just like attempts. So he had a total of 27 touches or opportunities, chances that as you may. He had 27. That's a workload. And I didn't see that coming. I didn't really see how I didn't really know how the Atlanta Falcons would kind of play this game out with like the running, so I kind of just had Cordell just as like really as a dunker, a dink and dunker type of, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really know who the running back really was there, but I think Cordell Patterson can sustain that workload, and that was against the Saints. The Saints are a really, really good run defense. So, I mean, Christian Kirk, I knew he's going to be getting a lot of targets because he's the man over there. 12 targets is really a lot. I knew Pittman was, and Tyreek Hill could have had a little. He's just missing a touchdown. So Tyreek Hill probably have some touchdown regression because he will be kind of the double team guy. So, let me see. He will get a lot of targets. He had 12, which is really good. But he's going to be getting double teamed a lot. And they shouldn't really need to double team him because that's a little guy at the end of the day. But we'll just have to see how that plays out. 8 for 94 is really good. He just needs one more catch to get 100. This team would have been. So Najee with the Q, questionable, kind of messes this team up. But it was a good thing he saved me some points. You know, he got 8 from falling in the end zone pretty much. Cordell Patterson looked really good. So next week, I don't know how this will turn out. So let's go ahead and look at the matchup here. Matthew Stafford, good job shitting the egg on that. We can kind of go through each game and stuff like that. Herbert did well. Pitts didn't get a lot of targets. Or maybe he did, he just didn't come down with them. 7, that's not a lot. It's not a lot. I don't like that. But we was winning this game by at least, 3 possessions? 2 to 3 possessions. Defensively, Williams, Herbert, Wilson, Ward, Thomas, Elliott, Baltimore defense. I mean, got Matt Ryan because we have Michael Pittman. But let's go through the games here. 195, Perch at 195. He almost broke 200 in week 1. That's really good. Let's see what else. Dude, this team is pretty damn good. Jerry Jeudy. We don't want to expect that from Jerry Jeudy. His running backs are really weak, but he has Patrick Mahomes with nice receivers as far as and A.J. Brown and Travis Kelce. He went on a limb with Julio. He has D-Hop on the back burner, Walker on the back burner, Robbie. Whew. It's a nice team. Pretty good team. No running backs though. No running backs. Okay, let's go 153, 145. Damn, 100 points. That is terrible. 100 points. Oh, he got CeeDee Lamb. This team, Lamar Jackson, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon. Wow, this team is bad. This team is worse than the other team. Bryce Hall, Dobbins, London, Olave. What is going on? Only thing he drafted at the end of the day is Derrick Henry. Like all this other stuff he got, he had to have done some trading or something, because I'm not even CD Lamb. I'm not even going after CD Lamb. CD Lamb. See, I'm not impressed by CD Lamb. I like Brandon Cooks, but that's a late round pick. Like Brandon Cooks is picked up late as hell, 70. Like you're gonna get a good investment return for Brandon Cooks. Damn, fuck that nigga. He threw. That team's ugly. Let me see. Dang. CD Lamb with damn, that hurts. Oh, he got Dak Prescott in the other league. Damn, that sucks. He got CD Lamb and Dak Prescott. That's terrible. I mean, Dak Prescott, man, watching that game, there's a couple things that came to mind, right? One of the things that came to mind was Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is a great coach, but he also had elite quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like he went from Brett Favre, who has, he's a gunslinger, elite arm talent, elite arm strength. You know what I'm saying? He can fit the ball in any window, through any pocket, pretty accurate. And then he goes from that guy to Aaron Rodgers. Like, these are quarterbacks that are really good with throwing the football. You know what I'm saying? Like, great arm talent, and then instincts and IQ, blah, 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 blah. All the way down to Dak Prescott. What the fuck is Dak? Dak is not an elite at anything that he does at the quarterback position. There's nothing he does that is elite. Nothing. Not arm strength, not accuracy, not mobility, not pre-snap, not after snap, nothing. There's nothing that Dak can do. There's nothing Dak does that makes him elite. Nothing besides being in the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? So Mike McCarthy's in for a world of hurt. Like, bro, I need a fucking quarterback. And this guy's getting paid all this money. That shit is crazy. Like, as far as arm strength alone, Dak is like below average. Jalen Hurts doesn't even have top arm strength, right? And Dak, to me, can't even outthrow Jalen Hurts. If I was to put Dak arm talent, or not even arm talent, because it's not even fucking talent. He's just a guy who can throw the football. If I was to put his arm strength around a set of quarterbacks in the league, I would say he's probably neck to neck with Jimmy Garoppolo and Matt Ryan. Like, right around in there. I think every other quarterback from Joe Flacco to Sam Darnold all have bigger arms than Dak Prescott. So how the fuck does Dak have all this money as a contract? For what? He's like, if you rank him just arm talent alone, he's gonna be like in the bottom half of the NFL spectrum. I think Kirk Cousins has he might be in the tier of arm strength where it's gonna round up Matt Ryan. It's gonna round up Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott. I can't literally think of any other quarterback that has like a noodle arm that is playing. Jimmy. We could put Jimmy G there. And so how is this guy? Damn, this guy had 119. Oh, because he had Dak Prescott. That's bad. And then he has Ezekiel Elliott. Damn, that's terrible. Zeke will bounce back. Since Dak is hurt, Zeke's productivity will go up now. It's going to skyrocket. So Zeke should be in everyone's trade radar to go get Zeke. I really can't think of any other quarterbacks, bro, to like compare this guy with, to put him in, like, because that's how low of an arm talent he really is. This team is bad. Well, it's not that bad. It's better than that last team. But Dak Prescott leading the way sucks. He has Baker Mayfield. That's not saying much. 121 for Sanders. Aaron Rodgers just didn't show up. Some of these teams, these are all my money leagues too, by the way. Tom Brady still has a cannon. You're not messing with Tom Brady. I swear I thought Rashard Penny had way more than 60 yards. Not even going front. We'll probably have to go to the players and go to quarterbacks. And like Mitch Trubisky, I think Mitch Trubisky might have a stronger arm than Dak Prescott. Geno Smith, no. Goff has a good arm. Mariota's probably down there too. Brissett has a good arm. Like, Dak is literally down there with Mitch Trubisky, Geno Smith. Geno Smith might. I seen Geno make some throws today. He looked at. I'm not gonna say better than Dak, because I'd be pure hate if I said better than Dak. But his arm strength, it's better than Dak's. Davis Mills is better than Dak. Jared Goff. Mariota's probably around there, because Mariota has that funky release. Not even going to Deshaun Watson, because it's not even fair. Like, all these quarterbacks, except for Minshew, Dak is like, and those guys don't even start, so they don't even count. Well, anyways, so in my 2 money leagues, I am 1-0 in both of them. So now let's go to my sleeper league here. We got the W 152 to 146. As you can see, we got I'll tell you guys my draft strategy that I kind of went with, that I want to try, because I won last year in this league with this draft strategy that I ended up having. But in this league here, I couldn't pass up Nick Chubb. I got this. I think I had the 10th pick. So I went with Cook, and then Nick Chubb was still there. So I couldn't pass up Nick Chubb, so I went with Nick Chubb. So, but my strategy was get a bell cow running back, in a sense, a guy that can kind of get you, the highest rated quarterback, running back you can get at whatever pick you have. Like, just go one. That robust RB shit, to me, was dead in the water, because those guys get hurt. And some guys don't pan out. Like, it sucks, because you're just reaching and you're passing up a lot of quality picks or players and stuff like that. It also depends on, too, how many receivers you run and flex spots. So this one, we have 3 receivers and 2 flexes. So it kind of taught me in this league here, which is different from my ESPN league, to basically go 1 running back and then flood it with receivers. So, but this, I couldn't, like, some of these players I could not pass up. But generally speaking, I'll tell you my strategy after we go through this game. So I got the win, 152 to 146. Played against Patrick Mahomes, and Herbert played against, you got to have a top quarterback for Patrick Mahomes. Because you're basically going to see either Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen late in the season. So if you got Herbert, good job. Hopefully you got shit around him. So with Herbert, with Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Keenan Allen, Pittman, Amara, what's his name? St. Brown? Amon-Ra, St. Brown. I haven't got Furthermouth, Patrick, whatever his name is, bro. Pat. End up getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I got DK Metcalf on the back burner. Then you see I got Trey Lance, Hunt, Kadarius Toney didn't show up. I got Julio Jones, Noah Fant. So I didn't go with the strategy that I wanted to go with in this league, because it's less players and stuff like that. Sorry about that. Um, but I'll show you in this other league that I did. Or I did it for the most part in my 2 leagues in my ESPN leagues. But I got the strategy from this league. And see, my ESPN strategy, you only have 2 receivers and then 1 flex. So you can't, it was really hard to try to get what I wanted because people were really just going best available at their picks. You know what I'm saying? So, but this team here, this team is set it and forget it pretty for the most part. Since Keenan Allen did go down with injury, he's not playing. I don't see me taking a chance and playing him next week, which he has a Thursday game. So I have, Hunt and Julio to fill in that spot. I'll just bump these, Pittman, Brown up, and Metcalf up, and then my flex would be most likely Kareem Hunt. They play against the Jets next week, and I see them beating the shit out of. Well, I don't know. But in my mind, I see them beating the Jets really bad to where Nick Chubb will get burned, and then finish it off with Kareem Hunt. So hopefully that happens. We'll have to see. And blah blah blah. So my strategy for how I drafted was based off here. You go with my first pick was, I think it was a 3rd pick. Obviously, because I got Christian McCaffrey. After I got Christian McCaffrey, he's a running back that can get you receiving and rushing yards. Is why I went with him. But if you get the best available running back that can kind of do that. So if you got a later pick, you want to get someone like Eckler. I would say Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is a great. You kind of want to be safe, but not too safe. So basically, going too safe or too conservative would have been like getting Ezekiel Elliott, which I did last year and I ended up winning. But going on a whim would have been getting like Saquon Barkley, and then you would actually hit like, oh my God, Barkley, you would have been all high off the first, week because Barkley showed his ass. But anyways, go with the best available running back that's going to, hopefully McCaffrey stays healthy, but looking at his seasons that he plays, he goes hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Last year was cold. This year should be hot. We'll see. So I went with Christian McCaffrey. Then you just want to load up on receivers. As you can see, I have Devontae Adams. I have Mike Evans. I have Scary Terry. I got Robinson late, so he doesn't even really count. And I got Brandon Cooks, Michael Thomas, DJ Chark, McCole Hardman, Pickens, Julio Jones, right? And then Miles Sanders. I ended up getting Miles Sanders because I knew nobody going to pick him up because, he's really bad. He's not bad, but, everyone thinks he's let a lot of people down over like past few years. So as you can see, I got Miles Sanders, and then I got Cordell Patterson, right? So this team is really, really stacked. And it's because by me not going running back, and letting all those other fools go running back, when I got to the 3rd round, I went with, first pick, I went McCaffrey. My second pick, clearly Devontae Adams, because I don't know why he fell so late, but he did. And in my return trip, I think I went ahead and got Justin Herbert. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I did. So you want to get your established running back and then your established receiver. And then you get your established quarterback. You're going hot. I wanted Josh Allen, but he got picked up in the 2nd round on the return. So that sucked. So I ended up I was like, you know what? I ended up getting Devontae Adams, and on the return trip, I was like, let me go ahead and get Herbert and get him out of the way. I got Herbert. Then on the fly-in back again, I got Mike Evans. And then returning out, I ended up getting Scary Terry. And then after I got Scary Terry, I went ahead and I could have got Waddle, but I end up going TJ Hawkinson. And I think I may have made a mistake, but I got to let it play out because I could have got Waddle. Waddle would have been really good with actually helping the death out on this team. But I kind of really didn't need it, as you can see. So I ended up going TJ Hawkinson. I remember this draft like it was yesterday. And then after Hawkinson, I waited last for the defense. I don't really care about the defense, but the defense, you're going to see. Look, I lost in this league 366 to 280. And Minka Fitzpatrick had 50 fucking points. Myles Garrett had 37 points. Michael Parsons had 30. Well, I'm like, wait a minute. What are the numbers for defense? This shit doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I don't really care. After I got, what's his name? TJ Hawkinson, Miles Sanders was right there. And I'm like, bro, I'm going to get Miles Sanders. I don't care. I'm going to just get him. I don't want no one else to have him. I'll get him. And on a return trip, I got Brandon Cooks. Right? So I went Miles Sanders and Brandon Cooks. And then I just started sniping because why not? I grabbed, ended up getting Michael Thomas, got DJ Chark, and I got Julio Jones. And then my last pick was Noah Fant. So as you can see, this team is really, really stacked offensively. And then I got Deshaun Watson for late in the season because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Herbert's bye week is, oh shit, it's week 8. So, I mean, that didn't work out too well. Anyways, I thought his bye week was like later, so I could have Deshaun Watson back, but maybe no, it's not. Got Robinson and Deshaun Watson. So this team is really, really deep as far as like offensively. I should be able to kill like this. Me losing this game was pure coincidence with this 50 crap. Shit's crazy. Anyways, but that was my strategy that I went with. And so, as you can see, it's sort of similar to, let this load up real quick, to basically this team. So, my first running back, I had the 6th pick, I think it was. Yeah, I had the 6th pick in this league. And the other team was a 10-team league. This one is a 12. So that's why it's a little bit different. So I went with Harris. I went with Najee, and I was really contemplating Nick Chubb over Najee Harris. Right? And I was like, I don't want to get Najee Harris. I don't want to get Nick Chubb because he doesn't get anything in the running game or in the passing game because of, Kareem Hunt. So I just, I'm going Nick Chubb. I'm going Najee Harris. So I went after Najee Harris, and come to find out, this motherfucker had a Liz Frank injury in the beginning of the year. After the draft, I'm like, oh my goodness. So now he's got a foot injury, which don't know if it's in the same foot, but now it pisses me off because it kind of fucks my team up. But luckily, I got Cordell Patterson on the back burner and AJ Dillon. So I went RB depth later just to help in one position, one spot, really the Najee Harris spot. So let's see how this pans out. So I went Najee Harris. And then my return trip, I went Tyreek Hill. And then I was in the middle of the fucking draft. The whole pick, every pick I had, I was in the middle of the draft. And I hated it. Because it's like you watch everyone good go. So there was no double up. Like I go 10 and I go 3. You know what I'm saying? You go 3, you go 12. And then back to 13. You know what I'm saying? You go kind of quickly. So I went Najee. I went Tyreek. And came back again. I was like, fuck. I went Pitts. No. I'm sorry. I didn't go Pitts. I went. That's 30. Yeah. I went Herbert. Because I got Herbert. I got Herbert 54. Let's see. So I know I went Najee because we saw it. Boom. Najee. Like, okay, we got Najee. Then I went Tyreek. Right? 19. And then I want to say I went Michael Pittman. 43. 19, 20 something. I go Clyde Edwards-Helaire. No, because I got him in the 78th round. I don't know who I got. 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. It went something like, I went Najee Harris, receiver, tight end, and then I went Herbert. And then after that was like my core right there. So now I'm just doing fillers because I have like my core. Now it's just I'm filling the flex and then injury prone motherfuckers if somebody was to get hurt, like how Najee Harris is injured, right? So then I went Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and then I got Cordell Patterson. Then I got A.J. Dillon and stuff like that. So like my first basically pick, I went running back, heavy running back that I know who could do basically both. And then my second running back, I really wanted a guy that's going to be like a Christian McCaffrey, like a low-budget Christian McCaffrey. So if Saquon Barkley would have fell to like the 3rd or 4th round after I got my quarterback, I would have went Saquon Barkley and stuff like that. That's what I was looking for. So honestly, the way A.J. Dillon played this past week makes him a very strong low-budget Christian McCaffrey because he's going to get the goal line work. He's going to get touches. And then he had 6 receptions. Damn. I didn't think that was going to happen. And then also, too, I ended up getting a steal with Clyde Edwards-Helaire because he ended up being sort of like a low-budget Christian McCaffrey as well. So these guys were shying away from these guys. So I got a starting running back in CEH, which is an elevated position over A.J. Dillon because A.J. Dillon doesn't start. So they're typically the same kind of running back, like just looking at schematics wise. But CEH is the starter. So I kind of lucked up on getting. That's why this team here is really, really good. So getting Christian Kirk, like my flex spot is really occupied with like if I move this stuff around, Harris, Cordell Patterson, and then Christian Kirk, Pittman, and Hill, like it's going to be really, really not hard because I'm going to go with the most consistent guy. And I already know Najee Harris is. The way Cordell Patterson played, he's going to be my running back too. Hill's obviously a number 1 receiver. Pittman showed his ass with all the catches. Pitts will get to speed. Christian Kirk is a number 1 receiver there who's they're gonna be losing a lot of the time to where they're gonna have to throw the ball. So that's even good for Kirk. So at the end of the day, like that spot I can leave open for sure touchdown. I know I'm gonna get with A.J. Dillon because he's gonna be the goal line back. And he got the only touchdown in that game for the damn Packers. You know what I'm saying? So as the season progresses, like I think they'll run the ball a little bit more until they get receivers or wherever they need to get them at or do whatever they need to do. So Christian Kirk can stay. Like I'm really only messing with one position, and it's really the running back 2 spot. So if I put Cordell Patterson right there, I got CEH and A.J. Dillon on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So this team is how I wanted my other team to look like, but it didn't pan out that way. But it sort of does look like it because I don't have, I have Christian McCaffrey, and my low budget Christian McCaffrey in that league was Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is my low budget Christian McCaffrey. But see, I got Derrick Henry in this league because I had the 3rd pick. So I went with Derrick Henry because CMC went 1 and then Jonathan Taylor went 2. I think they flip-flopped. So I went Derrick Henry. So my low-budget Christian McCaffrey was Kareem Hunt. And then I went receiver. As you can see, 3 straight receivers with Keenan Allen, Pittman, and DJ Moore. And then after that, I went to my quarterback, which I hoped Herbert would have been there, but it wasn't. Kyler Murray was there. I think Kyler Murray is a way better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. And so he gives you the run element of Lamar Jackson, but the better passing, even though he didn't even run this much. Like he should have, he didn't run. 5 for 29. That's terrible for me. I don't like that at all. He should have had 12 carries. Whatever. But it is what it is. He didn't run. I don't know. He threw the ball a lot. Shit. They were losing the whole game. They're getting their ass whooped. Anyways, but I end up winning this game with Kyler Murray because my receiving core DJ Moore kind of did me dirty, but Kareem Hunt picked it up. So my backup plan, I got Walker, Drake London. That's really it. And then my extra low budget, Nyheim Hines. This depth on this team is not really there, and it won't be there. It won't, unless somebody comes get Trey Lance, which is possible, because Trey Lance drops a 30 or a 40 bomb next week. He won't be in the rain. See who he plays against next week. Seattle. See how he does against Seattle. We'll have to see. Sheesh. But that won't be no time soon. You know what I'm saying? But that's how my fantasy went. And hopefully let me know how my teams go. Let me know how my teams look and what you think could have done better, even though you don't really see the the draft. I wish I'd had my draft recorded. That'd have been dope. I forgot all about it. But that's my strategy. And I joined that league, in that sleeper league. Like I said, I joined that league and I think I lost 3 games. And then by my team, the way that I constructed my team is that I was able to hold my waiver wire position a lot easier because I didn't rely on somebody getting hurt, you know what I'm saying? And needing to pick up somebody because I had I could just wait till it was right, like someone actually was out for the whole year type shit. And then, they step in and I was able to use that and get people without messing up my nucleus. Because when you go running back, and one of your running backs get hurt, that sucks because you can't handcuff all those backups. If you go 3 running backs and you go running back in your first 2 and then your flex, one of those dudes or 2 of those dudes go down because their bell cow running backs are going to be taking hits a lot. They get hurt, bro. You don't have no receivers. You don't have, and then someone's picking up their handcuff because it's a high-end running back. Nick Chubb. You end up getting, someone's going to get Kareem. They're not going to let you get Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Or you get Jonathan Taylor. He goes down for something. Someone's picking up Nyheim Hines because they just know the workload of him. He's going to get spelled. So they're not going to just leave. So if you get 3 barn burner running backs and then he goes down, not only do you not have depth at the receiver position, you can't even, because the rest of your picks is really just receiver. And it won't be shit there. It won't be nothing there for you to get. You be trying to get somebody that went RB. Your best receiver would have been DJ Moore. And I got DJ Moore late. Not as late, but 27. You're not getting a Pittman. And I got DJ Moore before. I got DJ Moore before Pittman. I don't even know how Pittman fell to the 46. I really don't. I really don't know. I don't know at all, bro. I don't know how that happened. That's crazy because I got him at 99. Fuck, this is crazy. I got Walker late too. 75. Man, that's crazy. Like some of these guys, because people went running back, I was able to load up on these receivers. Not saying, I think DJ Moore is a nice receiver. Pittman's going to really flourish. Keenan Allen, that sucks. Keenan Allen got a hamstring, so he fucked up my shit already. But by him getting hurt, I can still maneuver guys around. I can move DJ Moore up, move Pittman up. So those two, take Keenan Allen out and let him get healthy. And I could put Drake London in. Why not? Drake London is going to be the receiver. He's the only one that can't get hurt. Next, you know what I'm saying? And I got him and Pittman. No, I got Zach Ertz in this one. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm flexible. I'm flexible. I just don't have a lot of depth, but I'm flexible. This is probably my shakiest league is probably this one. I think my team is really shaky in this one. This is probably my shakiest team. That's probably why I have only 139 points of 146. I really don't care about defense. I'll just pick up who's ever available when it's time to pick them up. So, damn, that Kyler Murray having 27 points, getting blown out all game, that causes concern because you figure he should have had more points because they were down big, and it was ugly, and he only pulled out 27 points. Like, I don't like that at all. How many attempts he had? Every 5 passing attempts, completion, he had 4. So that's 20 completions. So they were dinking and dunking because they only had 193 yards. He could not get downfield at all. Damn. Do 2 touchdowns. So, but I think I'm let's talk about the NFL. Week 1. Highs and lows. Highs. DeAndre Swift looked really, really good. Geno Smith looked really, really good. I liked that Monday night game. We all know the Broncos should have won the game. Two touchdowns off fumbles. You fumble the ball on the 1 yard line 2 times because of either late play call or late getting out of the huddle, trying to beat the snap. You see why, I guess you see why they throw the ball, Russ, but he's still, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, like, it's just certain things that stick with a player. Failing on the 1 yard line is Russ because he did it all game. He did it today. He did it in the Super Bowl. And the Falcons blowing leads when we have the win in the bag, we find a way to lose the fucking game is the Atlanta Falcon thing. I mean, that is just terrible. Let me see. Lows, the 49ers losing to the Bears. I think that's a low. What else? New England Patriots, 7 points, losing to the Miami Dolphins. That's a low. Belichick defense. I don't know if it was the defense kept them in that game because it's kind of like the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys game where the defense kept them in and the offense just couldn't do anything. So I guess the low will be because, who was play calling the offense? Was it this guy or that guy? Is it going to change next week or what is he going to do? Like, is he going to go game to game or is he going to go quarter of the season? Because, you can't really just be throwing games away. I don't know how that's going to work. Let me see. Other lows. Dak Prescott getting hurt. But before Dak Prescott got hurt, that offense looked terrible. I seen some people talking earlier, Shannon Sharp saying, like, you got rid of Amari Cooper for a bag of peanuts, but then you didn't even replace him with anybody. Which is really what they did it. Because even though you kept Michael Gallup, he was coming off injury. So he wasn't even going to be ready anyway. So they should have went and added some receiver depth. And they didn't. But I don't even think even with the receiver depth, that offense just looks. I'm sorry. They do need to move on from Dak Prescott. They need to just go somewhere else. Because I'm tired of seeing Dak. I'm tired of hearing about these fans. Tired of hearing about these fans talking about this and that, what they're going to do, and they never do it. Just stop. Y'all going to be 8-8. And y'all be lucky if y'all get 8-8. Whatever y'all record was last year, 10-7, you're going to be 7-10 this year. You always go back to 500 the year before. So, the year after, whatever your record was the year before, you always flip it. Other highs, Buffalo Bills looked legit. They look like I don't even want to say the clear favorite because the Chiefs looked it great as well. So, the Rams didn't look good. Rams didn't look good at all. And you kind of figure that they should still look good. But I'll say this. The Allen Robinson acquisition may hurt them. Because looking at Allen Robinson, he's nothing like a Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham can stretch the field with his speed and his legs, get in and out, whatever. He's a deep threat. Allen Robinson is a deep threat, but he's a deep threat based off his size, though. He's not going to get down. He doesn't scare a defense with his speed. Odell Beckham scares a defense because he can take a slant to the crib. Allen Robinson can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Allen Robinson is just a bigger body Cooper Kupp. That's how I'm going to cut it and slice it. He's just like Cooper Kupp. So you got two possession receivers in a sense. So who you think Matthew Stafford is going to really throw the ball to? He's going to throw the one that he really knows that's why he threw him the ball so many goddamn times. Hopefully Odell Beckham goes back to the Rams and he stays healthy and he still has that speed. Other than that, the Rams need that speed. They need someone who can get down the field and catch the ball. They might pick up Deshaun Jackson. They need to. They need to get somebody who can get downfield or scare a defense with slants or something like that to get, to take the top off. They don't have that. That's going to hurt them. The Bills look great. Love the Bills. Bills look really good. Love Josh Allen. Let me see. The Chargers look good. Khalil Mack looked really good. Von Miller looked really good. I'm trying to see, going through these, I'm kind of get a gauge of who. I feel like I'm missing a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm missing a team. Oh, Burrow. Okay, let's say this. Let's go with this. The Rams didn't look good because they lost a lot of players because of their Super Bowl win. And they also look like the team that took more time off because they won the championship. Now, the Rams will be back, but it's going to take them about 4 weeks to actually get back. So this first quarter of the season, look for the Rams to be like 1-4, 1-3. And it's going to scare a lot of people. But that's generally what it will be because that team probably took off the most time because they actually won. Now, let's move on to the Bengals. I kind of feel the same thing for the Bengals because they partied too long, because they partied over, we got somewhere we weren't even supposed to be at, which I do agree with. So they took more time off to recover from that and celebrate. That's why they looked at the way they looked at against who they played, which was the Pittsburgh Steelers in a game they should have won. Bengals should not have lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback and injured Najee Harris. Like, that team doesn't have really an identity yet. They have a really good defense, but your offense and offensive line should have been able to handle that. Your offense should be better than that defense. And that Steel Curtain showed up and showed its ass with Minka and Watt showing their ass. Because That's how they won that game. But that offense should have done a lot more, and that's because they had taken more time off. It has to be it. So don't worry about the Bengals. The Bengals will actually get their shit together way before the Rams will. Guarantee you that. So those were the lows. Let me see. Highs again. Miles Sanders he got a touchdown from not scoring at all last year. Let me see what else. Derek Carr took an L to the Chargers. They should have won that game. The Chargers are not that good of a team. They're not a Super Bowl ready team right now. I don't think the Chargers are. I really don't. NFC side, I think the Vikings are the team to beat. The Vikings look really strong. I can't say Tampa Bay looked as strong as the Vikings. The Vikings look really good. Getting Zadarius Smith on the other side of Danielle Hunter, that's going to help their young secondary. You got Cook, Kirk, and Gritty. I mean, looked really good. Let me see. Oh, Carson Wentz looked good. And people talk a lot of shit about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz looks good. He looked good. Saquon Barkley looked magnificent. As long as he doesn't step on anyone's ankle and have some situational awareness and he stays healthy, he's going to help bring those Giants back to relevancy. Daniel Jones looked a little shaky during headlights. Saquon Barkley saved his ass, so we can go with that. Russ, how do I think Russ played in Monday night? I think Russ played really well. He just fumbled the ball, just the red zone that bit him in the ass, bit him in the ass. Get up under the center, hand the ball off. I don't understand how people go from the 1 yard line and want to go from shotgun. Now you're handing the ball from 5 yards away to try to get 1 yard, so you're really trying to get 6 yards. Doesn't really make sense to me. So if you're on the 6 yard line trying to run the ball or trying to get in the end zone and you're doing it from the shotgun, you're actually playing from the 11 yard line. I don't understand that. Don't understand that at all. But it happened like it happened and whatever. But I think those are my highs and lows. Jalen Hurts looked really good. Their defense looked very shaky. Very shaky, especially against Detroit. Detroit looked like they can. Detroit actually looked really good as well. Detroit looks like they got some shit. That grit that they be talking about, Detroit looking like they're not trying to play. Detroit might surprise some people because I think they surprised the Philadelphia Eagles and how they were able to get back into that game and almost win that game. They almost snuck that game out. So that's another loss that they had that lost, they lost by 3 points, one possession. Just like, the ending of last season, how they had these losses with, one possession or fewer. Detroit looked really good. The Saints-Falcons game, I just can't really stress the fact that we need to get rid of Grady Jarrett. We need to get rid of Deion Jones. We need to get rid of every trace of that Super Bowl losing team. Everything. Jake Matthews, Lynch. I don't think Lindstrom. He might have been there. We need to get rid of all that. We need to get rid of all of it. All of it. Just get it up out of here. Because it's a detriment, bro. We already got rid of Matt Ryan. We already got rid of Julio Jones, and we still doing the same shit. We losing the same way. Shit is depressing. That's really bad because now you kind of you're pointing the finger at these guys, and this shit is still happening. It's still happening. You got rid of Matt Ryan. It's still happening. You got rid of Julio. It's still happening. How did Julio look in the Tampa Bay? Oh, it looked it's nasty. Not as in a good nasty. It looked like a bad nasty. Didn't like it at all. The Giants beating the Tennessee Titans. How do I really feel about that game? That game was a toss-up, really. Because I knew coming in, the Tennessee Titans were leading receiver who? Robert Woods? Really nobody. They're going to run the ball with Derrick Henry. He really can't stretch the field. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. They really can't stretch the field. They really don't have no offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no weapons. It's just Derrick Henry. It's not going to work. So I kind of knew the Giants had a chance to win that game because what do the Tennessee Titans really have offensively that the Giants can't stop besides putting 11 in the box to stop Derrick Henry, which they slowed him down. So, shit. Job done. So, I mean, getting that coach's first win, great win for the Giants because, you know, they beat a playoff caliber team in the Tennessee Titans. Oh, shit. Here's one. Colts tied with the Texans. What the fuck is that? There's no way the Texans, so that just tells me right there that the NFC South, AFC South is just a toss-up. There's no way in hell. A tie and then 2 L's. Because Tennessee lost to the Giants. No one saw that coming. I don't care how efficient, unimpressive the Titans look offensively. They shouldn't lose to the Giants. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what? Whew, that's crazy. So that division is in shambles. I'm telling you now, that division's in shambles. Because I don't see how. No one wants to win the division. No one wants to win the division. No one won. They got a tie and 2 losses. No one wants to win the division. That's what it tells me right there. Yeah, that division is, oh my goodness. But keep throwing Pitts the ball. Yeah, those are my teams, man. That's my week 1 wrap up and recap. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So let's go through these teams and give you guys a little rundown. Let me know in the comment section, do you guys like my team? Does your team look similar to mine? I probably don't think so. Let's see. How does your team look? You know, I had the 3rd pick and the 6th pick, 10th pick, and the 3rd pick. Does your team look anything close to mine? And you had the 3rd pick, you know what I'm saying, or the 6th or 10th pick. Or how did your team come out? Let me know in the comment section below. And did you beat me this week? Regardless of what your team looked like, let me know the number of points you scored. And did you win and did you lose? Shoot. This is a really strong team right here. This is a deadly team. I lost this game because of Minka and some crazy junk. This is a really strong team. This nigga look at Highsmith. This one had 50 points on the bench. 9 tackles, 3 sacks. Like, what the fuck, bro? What kind of shit is this? What kind of shit is this? What kind of shit is this? What is this shit? I couldn't get jiggy to this shit. Should have played that dude over Leonard. Dude would have mopped the shit out of me if he'd have played him. Oh my God. Linebacker, defensive lineman. I'm about to look for Highsmith in my other leagues. Because TJ Watt just got hurt. These are my teams, man. I'm 3-1 so far. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the dislikes. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for everything that you do. The views, all that to make this channel and video popular, grow, whatever it does on this mighty fine realm of reality TV, I should say, or reality internet, YouTube. These are my teams. Let me know how you guys, did you guys win? Did you guys lose? Did you tie? What's up? Thank you guys again for subscribing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for liking, disliking, comments, sharing. Whatever you're doing, continue to do it. I appreciate it. And without a further ado, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Y'all be safe. God bless. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. And then good night. Because I don't know when you're going to watch it. So at least I spoke to you in every realm or every time of the day. Catch you guys on the next one. God bless.